a focused attention. Okay, so maybe you finished quickly and then you were like just kind of randomly doing marks instead of like really refocusing on the detail or the texture of the curves. Inadequacy?
Yeah, because it creates embarrassment and that a lot of people, it like creates a giggle, especially we know we're not going to do well if we're not artists and we know we can't look at the paper. So it creates a giggle and then breaks the mold.
I mean, that is like a really interesting observation. Your colleague here said, well, inadequacy, you're not going to do well, you are just uncomfortable with this situation, but no one can do well. How can you do well if you can't see your page? Of course you can't do well. It's not ever going to look anything like this because you can't see what you're doing. But the point isn't what it looks like at the end. The point is that moment of pure concentration. Okay, so if I had to rate this activity, who found it beneficial? Show of hands. Okay. Who thought it was just outright quirky and unfathomable? Okay, who didn't like that activity? Okay, so we've got one more opportunity to see if mindful reflection can happen in a museum in front of works of art. There's an exhibition downstairs in the museum called Nina Kachadurian Curiouser. And it's an extraordinary collection of works by a New York-based artist where she looks at the world around her and she tries to find the creative potential that lurks within the mundane. And part of her practice has been to make works of art on an aeroplane. And she felt that if she could turn the aeroplane into her studio and work with whatever materials were available to her on the aeroplane, she would be able to be very present, be very mindful, and pay close attention to the world around her. And so the series of works that you see on the screen are images that she made while she was flying, sometimes transatlantically, sometimes nationally. She would use the magazine pages from the in-flight magazine, and whatever food or object she had on her, she would juxtaposition the two, the image and the object, and create a very fascinating and new way of responding to something. So these are some of her images that you'll see when you come to the Blanton in the next few weeks. So this is an image, a flat image of a road, and she collected the pretzels from the in-flight snack. She placed them over this image of the road, and what does it look like? It looks like rubble, it looks like, pardon? Sorry, I didn't hear that. Rocks, it looks like rocks. It looks like the road has an impediment. It looks like it's completely changed the way that you read the work of art. Okay, so hold on one moment. Another work of art. It's a combination of a found image and some sugar or salt. And so now what you're going to be tasked with for 10 minutes, oh my goodness, 10 minutes. You're going to work with 3 or 4 of your friends adjacent to you with one image that is from a found magazine, magazine image. And whatever you have around you, you're going to try and create something new, either collectively or individually with that one magazine image. You can use what's in your pockets, you can use what's in your backpack, you can use what's on your person, you can use your jewelry, you can use a tissue, whatever you've got. You've got 10 minutes for this activity. everyone. Once you have made your artwork, if you could please take a photograph of it. You can either upload it to your Twitter or Instagram account if you have one. Our Twitter handle is hashtag GetCuriouser. But if not, just take a photo with your phone and keep it as a record of this experience. How many still need some more time to finish? Okay, so if you're going to take a photograph, remember to frame it so that it looks like it's a real situation. So if there's a white border around your image, crop that white border off. You're trying to make it as convincing as Nina Kachadurian has made it with her combination of found materials and found image. So you're trying to work with the creativity process within boundaries, within limits. In the same way that she used her seat in an aeroplane, you are using the seat of the lecture theatre. Okay, it feels like you've done it quite quickly. So let's close this activity and have a moment to reflect. Who found it really difficult? Show of hands. Who found it really interesting and engaging? Who thought that it's like doesn't really make sense in terms of being present and focused on the moment? So how do you think these two activities of a drawing activity and close looking and using the materials that you have on hand to be creative can be beneficial in your own lives? Like who of you is brave enough to share 5 ideas, or 5 of you to share ideas as to how 2 activities with works of art or creativity can be useful in your own academic lives? Who wants to raise their hand? Thank you.
Maybe, with the drawing activity, you can see what we're doing, but like sometimes the mind don't know what you're doing, and what's the worst thing that can happen?
Exactly. The worst thing you can do is try. Thank you. That's a fantastic observation. Let's snap. Okay, another point. In this quadrant, who has an idea in this section? What do you think? Someone here. Thank you.
I feel like by us putting like an object on top of the magazine, it's like us putting our input in our own lives. So like you can't put different things into your everyday life without just by you being creative and doing your own thing.
Absolutely. So you can find creativity and meaning in your everyday life. Fantastic. Someone from this section. Thank you. Absolutely. Resourcefulness, perfect takeaway from this experience. That quadrant right at the back there. One idea. Thank you again for saving us.
Creativity
Absolutely. So imbuing your life with imagination. Fantastic. So it doesn't have to just be humdrum and routine, but creativity can be interwoven in your own daily routine. And this side over here, 1 point. Just one idea from all of you. You must have one idea. Thank you.
Personally, I feel like every assignment we get on the daily, we're always kind of told what it is that we need to do. So like with this assignment, we just give an outline and then kind of let us do our own thing. That freedom, I feel like that's kind of a relief from the pressure of like regular class.
Absolutely. So maybe you can find other ways to create this freedom in your own thinking or your own learning. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. That was great. I just wanted to let you know that an upcoming exhibition that happens after the Nina Kachadurian is Epic Tales. It's going to be really extraordinarily appealing, full of narrative and storytelling and lots of performance. So we're going to have a performance dancer weekly on Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays at the museum. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you in the next 2 weeks, and thank you for your time.